This episode of ETC is brought to you by The Gallows, in theaters July 10th. Hey guys, welcome back to everyone's favorite show in the whole wide world, Weekly Weird News.
For the last 70 years, the United States and Japan have been on pretty good terms following the horrifying violence of World War II's Pacific Theater. We've managed to put the atrocities of war behind us, and now Americans happily drive around in Japanese cars, watch Japanese anime, play Japanese games on their Japanese game consoles, and jack off to Japanese pornography.
I know I do, but this period of peace could only last for so long, because America and Japan have been preparing for their next battle for decades. A battle not fought with guns and tanks and planes, but with our testosterone-fueled imaginations and lots of metal, because America and Japan are gonna have a robot fight.
Yahoo! Yes! Well, it's actually, technically it's a mech suit fight if you want to be really specific, but it's just perfect. Yes. I mean, who loves mechs more than America and Japan?
No one.
Nobody! So this all started about a week ago. When Megabots, an American company that makes actual real-life mech suits, challenged Suidobashi Heavy Industries, a Japanese company that also makes real-life mech suits, to a fucking duel.
It honestly sounds like a company that's made out of a movie. They're real. What are we gonna call it? In their challenge video, the makers of Megabots showed off their Mark II mech while draped in American flag capes, and while acknowledging that Suidobashi's Kuritas came first, demanded a mech suit fight to determine once and for all which country is the best at building pointless yet awesome bullshit.
And Suidobashi quickly responded that yes, fuck yes, they will accept this challenge, damn it, because mech robots are the most Japanese thing ever, and they'll be damned if some stars and stripes waving fuckboys are gonna beat them at their own game.
All right, wait, we're the stars and stripes loving fuckboys. Anyways, Suidobashi CEO Kogoro Kurata told Megabots, "Organize the duel, we'll be there," and also said that there needs to be melee combat in this fight if they really want to see who's best. We're not sure if that means that the paintball gun on the Mark II and the BB gun on the BB gun, it's gonna go right through the holes that they made to see through. Anyways, the BB gun on the Kuritas won't be involved in the fight, but whatever. I want to see a giant mech punch another giant mech right in the face.
Please.
Yes, but also fire the paintballs and stuff. That'll be cool too. Yeah.
So no date has been set, but Megabots is saying that the fight will go down in about a year. Also, no location has been set yet either, but I'm thinking maybe a halfway point between the continental US and Japan would be fair. Maybe Hawaii?
What?
Specifically
Pearl Harbor? No, don't say it, Elliot.
Okay,
what are you saying?
Probably not, but we'll see. We'll see, it could happen. Right?
Sure. Anyway, speaking of Japan and their weird obsession with robots, which is totally different from our awesome obsession with robots, they recently decided to introduce some marriage equality of their own by celebrating the first ever robot wedding.
Yes, 2 robots married each other, and we're all going to hell. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like a legal wedding, I think, but there you go. There's a creepy humanoid female robot marrying some shitty-looking trash can robot who looks like it was discarded from the set of a 1940s sci-fi movie.
Hey, he has a good heart.
She's clearly only interested in him for his money.
Yeah.
Or maybe he has a really big robo-dick. I mean, his lips,
like a car piston?
Yeah, his lips extended like 1.5 feet from his face for their kiss. So it wouldn't shock me at all if his dick is just like massive. Anyways, no, this is not a real wedding. It's actually an event staged by a performance art collective. But over 100 people paid around $80 to see it all go down, so this is clearly something the Japanese are into. And I am worried. What about our morals? Who took God out of Japan?
I don't know, Elliot. Let's just hope that the Kuritas and the Mark II don't disappoint everyone by getting married instead of fighting to the death, because that would just be
what a bummer. Worse. They need to kill each other and the people inside.
And anyone watching. The only thing left are the cameras rolling on the whole thing.
No one said mech fighting was going to be some clean thing. It usually only happens when an entire city has already been destroyed.
Yeah, there you go. Anyways, let's hop over to another part of Asia where weird shit is going down. Malaysia.
Chip. Get up, he's on the ground.
That's the worst joke of all time. Anyways, police just caught probably the most prolific female undergarment thief of all time.
A real panty snatcher. In the city of Penang, a 32-year-old man was caught literally red-handed when he was witnessed snatching a red bra off of a laundry line. A red bra that had specifically been placed there as bait to catch whoever had been stealing everyone's underwear from the whole building for an indeterminate length of time.
You can see where my mind went when you said red-handed and stealing underwear, right? Because that's disgusting.
Oh! No, well, now
but it wasn't that. It wasn't that.
Christ.
Anyways, we're gonna assume that he'd been up to this for a while because when police searched the man's apartment, they found over 1,000 undergarments all neatly hung up and folded in his closet. 1,000.
Impressive.
Yeah, but they were all neatly folded and stuff. He wasn't just like rubbing them all over.
I have to just fucking commando every 4 days. I don't have nearly.
I don't have any underwear to steal. Can't steal mine. You're gonna get a handful of balls.
That's how you win. They also found a bunch of improvised tools that the man had created to make his panty snatching more efficient, like extendable poles and like wire hangers reshaped into hooks, so he could just like.
Whatever.
Yeah, those are the tools that he used to steal from his neighbors. Sometimes up to 3 times a day.
You gotta commend his ingenuity.
He had a dream and he made it happen.
Yeah, it says a lot more for him than anyone else.
Yeah.
So now the apartment management has 1,000 pieces of underwear on their hands, and they've got it all on display outside the building in case the original owners want it back. But unsurprisingly, not a whole lot of people have because those items were in the possession of a sexual deviant. Burn it all!
Burn it.
Burn it all, I said.
And do not put it anywhere near a blacklight.
Yeah.
Because there's jizz on those clothes.
You're gonna light it and go whoosh like a Christmas tree. Which are very flammable if you know.
And it'll smell like one of those cum trees.
A cum tree?
You know the cum trees that
No.
smell like cum?
I don't know.
You go near it and it smells like just fucking wafts of cum.
A cum scientist found that out?
No, anyone who's walked past that tree and also
it smells like
cum.
semen out here.
Yeah, it does. Okay. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, please.
There is a cum tree.
Okay.
Here in California.
Anyways, let's head over to Canada, specifically Calgary, where their annual Calgary Stampede event is currently taking place. Yahoo!
Yeah.
That's what they all say. Did you know that?
This whole thing is new
I've
to
been
me.
there during Stampede.
Is it cool?
It's so I didn't get it the first time because I figured Canada wouldn't be filled with white trash rednecks.
Yeah.
But strangely, that's exactly what happens.
It's like the biggest rodeo in the world.
Yeah.
And it's in fucking Calgary.
Yeah.
I was very surprised
Who knew?
to learn this. Anyway, the whole thing, just for like a week and a half straight, causes normally quiet and reserved Canadians to just let their hair down a little bit to celebrate a massive rodeo for some reason.
The whole middle of Canada looks like Texas. It's just like fields and... Anyways, Calgary Stampede is much bigger than the rodeo. The whole town takes on a party atmosphere, and Canadians start doing some very daring and un-Canadian things. Like this dude, who took some inspiration from Pixar's Up and attached himself to 110 giant helium balloons to fly across the city and parachute into the arena where the Calgary Stampede is held. Wow.
Yeah,
he's like a fan man, except
he didn't succeed on the last part due to wind. He missed the arena. That's probably safe. He could have landed on a bull and had a horn go up his ass.
And then he would have the world record for longest bull ride.
But he was up in the air for a long time, and he got plenty of attention from people on the ground, which is exactly what he wanted. The whole thing was basically a publicity stunt to advertise his cleaning products company.
Oh, good. He told the CBC that the whole thing cost him $20,000, including hiring a plane to fly over the Stampede grounds with a banner advertising his company. But that it was totally worth it, saying, you can spend the same marketing dollars on a billboard or a commercial, or you can fly a balloon up in the air and jump out. It just seems like more fun, right? This is great.
I can't argue with that.
It's great.
But Calgary's police did have an issue with it, and they charged him with 1 count of mischief causing danger to life.
But it's his life.
Well, they said that even if everything had gone completely according to plan, there's still a lawn chair up in the sky that could have seriously hurt someone once the balloon's deflated and the chair fell back down to earth.
God. All right, well, let's be real here. Canada isn't densely populated at all outside of its major cities. The chair is probably sitting atop of a pine tree and will probably be out of there long after humanity has died out.
Yeah.
The aliens will come to Earth and be like, what the hell's that? How'd that chair get up there?
Nothing to see here, just a chair on top of a tree.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of humanity dying out, I'm sorry, but we've got to school you people again about fake bullshit news stories floating around the internet that dozens and dozens of you tweet at us, despite their sources being notorious liars that we've already told you about.
You're a liar! So anyways, we wanted that story about the McDonald's employee putting his mixtape and Happy Meals to be real. We really, really did. Unfortunately, the source who first reported the story, which was then picked up by actual news sources and reported as fact, was Hustlers.com, a site that anyone with half a brain cell can figure out as one of those shitty satire news sites trying and failing to be the next Onion.
Just look at some of these recent headlines. Popular TV series Beyond Scared Straight allowed inmates to rape teenager.
Supreme Court rules you can legally marry anything you love, including animals and material objects.
Thousands of pastors set themselves on fire to protest against gay marriage.
Endangered T-Rex tied to a trailer and unable to move for 30 hours.
Caitlyn Jenner, not happy as a woman, wants to become a dog.
And so on. So
none of these are real, obviously. So stop sending us Hustler stories. Send us real stories with real ridiculous headlines like these. The best weird headlines of the week.
Do we have like music or anything for that yet?
No.
All right, great.
Fanfare.
Led by pirates, Iceland legalizes blasphemy.
So there's a party, a pirate party, a political party.
Sounds like a fun party.
Yeah. Mostly about like internet rights and shit like that. But
not cannons.
No.
And swashbuckling.
They're not actually pirates.
We need more swashbuckling.
As far as I know.
All right.
But apparently blasphemy was illegal in Iceland since the 40s. You couldn't say bad things about Jesus or you could go to jail.
Yeah.
So probably good that they got that off the books. You
All
fucking
right.
weird people over in Iceland. You goddamn elves.
Yeah. Perfect society.
Inbred elves.
Yeah. Great society up there.
They
They didn't bail out the banks. They had a woman president.
They drink whale testicle beer.
That's true.
Police confiscate World War II tank hidden in cellar.
Where?
Germany.
Oh, ooh, yeah, that's
some rich old German dude had a bunch of like decommissioned World War II like vehicles just in his house.
Call me old-fashioned.
My favorite quote was like from the mayor of the town. He was just like, you know, some people's hobbies are, you know, steam trains. Some people's hobbies are old military vehicles. Did he have a tank in his basement? Sure.
Was he gonna use it? Maybe.
He's like, oh yeah, we've known about that for a while. He was driving that thing around during the blizzard of '78.
Perfect. Florida wildlife officials looking for tattooed woman seen riding sea turtle.
What? Terrible.
Yeah.
Don't ride sea turtles.
That's
They're
very
beautiful
mean.
creatures.
Yeah.
It wasn't even in the water too. It was like on the beach.
Ugh.
Probably trying to get back in the water. She's just like,
They are a protected species.
They are. Can't fuck with them. Man distracts beer pong opponent with gun, but accidentally shoots 2 people.
This is America, right?
Of course. Okay. Chicago too.
Oh, jeez. But they banned guns in Chicago, Elliot.
How did this man get a gun? Yeah, he was like trying to psych out his opponent, but instead of being like,
you're dead.
And then his opponent understandably was like, no, and tried to stop the gun. And of course, it was not with the safety on and was actually loaded, so.
Why would you put the safety on if you have to solve a crime?
He'll see
you can't solve a crime with the safety on.
Obviously, if you're trying to scare someone, they'll see that the safety's on and be like, okay, buddy, good luck shooting me with that safety on. I'll be taking my beer pong shot now. Nothing but net.
Chinese state media shows Gundam as evidence of Japanese military aggression.
They're right.
Yeah.
And they're right. As we previously told you minutes ago, the Japanese are building Gundam.
All right, we gotta burn through these next few.
But they did show a montage of military shit.
Yeah.
Like actual military shit.
And then the Gundam footage.
Interspersed with footage from Gundam.
Yeah.
As if it was a real thing.
Now let's get through these last ones. We have to go to Comic-Con today.
Senate gifts bong to Oregon lawmaker.
It makes sense. It's all legal and everything up there. And
they legalized it. Then
they're all wearing
enjoy the spoils
and whatnot.
Yeah.
All right, next up. Austrian teacher receives warning after killing rabbits in front of class. Whatever.
They dissected him. He's like, I'm gonna eat him anyway.
They were used for something.
Yeah. Florida's oldest tree burned down by woman smoking meth beneath it. It was 3,500 years old. It was the tallest tree in America east of the Mississippi and the 5th tallest tree in the United States. And a woman decided to smoke meth underneath it.
I'm so ashamed of my home state forever and ever and ever.
So sorry, tree fans. This one's gone, but at least someone was able to get high.
All right, anyways, if you want to meet us at Comic-Con, I don't know why you ever would after what we've just done to you. Go to the Xbox Lounge at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. On Friday. It's in the Hyatt, I think.
Yes.
It's the Xbox Lounge.
Bring your Comic-Con badge.
You have to get in with a Comic-Con badge. So if you don't have one, tough shit. Just drive up to LA and hang out with us. Is that it?
Don't.
Actually, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Check out Tech Tuesday. We also make fun of kids.
Fuck kids.
Yeah. What was that, 30 minutes?